The 12.0.1 bug fix update is out. I'm about to go through what they fixed and what they did not fix. And matter of fact, if you wait to the end, I've got two secret pieces of information that may make you believe that this entire Logic Pro 12 update was a scam from Jump Street. Let's go.
Okay, so here we are. New in Logic Pro 12.0.1. This is the bug fix update. Stability and reliability. We're gonna get right into that. I've got a few pieces of information about that, about how that may not be true. But they did fix the no internet connection problem without it wanting to launch. And Reddit, Facebook groups, Twitter, everybody. That's what's the story. That fixed it for everybody. Okay, the sound library. It is now possible to create new session player track when a sound library on an external volume had been disconnected prior to updating to Logic Pro 12. Meaning they jumbled it around all your libraries, and we're about to touch on that also, but it supposedly fixed that. Session players fixes an issue where the MIDI CC number 7 could unexpectedly set the value of 127 at the start session player regions. So basically, it would just jack the volume, and things would be out of whack. Now, these are things they say that they fixed, and we're about to get into the things that they did not fix, and stability and reliability is going to be one of those things. But let's start right here. Okay, so you got Logic slowing down lately? Question mark. These are all Reddits. I just screenshotted. So has anybody else noticed it's slowing down lately since version 12? It's been weaker in performance and slower in general. M2 Max Studio. That's just one complaint so far, but I'm showing one of each complaint, but believe me, there are multiple complaints about these same issues. So that's one. Everybody's saying that their stuff is slow and jacked around. Okay, 12.10 worse bug than 12.0. Okay, fixed your no internet problem, right? But now when you launch and open a project, it plays no sound at all. You got to quit and relaunch, and then it'll play with no issues. He did get the Logic remote, but it still won't work. Won't see main stage also. So that's another thing that's jacked up. So my man just went straight back to 11.2. That's going to be a theme that we see recurring. So like we're going over is trying to figure out, is going to 12 going to be worth it for people who are already on silicon, or should you sit on your hands and wait about a few months so they can get to 12.3, 12.4 and actually get this thing working correctly? Or if you're on Intel, which I did my research, 25 to 30% of Logic users are still on Intel Macs because Intel Macs were dope. You could upgrade your storage, your RAM, this, that, and the other. And if you had a good one, a newer i7, i9, they ran like racehorses. They were really good. M series chips are better, but it's like now you got a paperweight if all of our programs start moving to silicone only. Let's moving on. Chord ID problem. Now this is a thing, and I've got a secret about this Chord ID. This is one, I might as well just drop the jewel here, and I got another secret coming up in a second. But Chord ID problem. Looking to put the new Chord ID through its paces. As soon as you analyze audio, icon appeared near the cursor with a lock. Needless to say, it didn't work. Then I tried dragging and dropping some simple MIDI chords I recorded. Same issue. What the hell? Basically, it's getting clunky. It's messing with people, and these are people with M Series Max. And like I'm saying, this is not the only one. This is the only screenshot I did, but there are multiple people complaining about this. And here's the secret I was going to give you. This is the jewel I'm going to drop you. And why you may feel like this whole Logic 12 is a scam from Jump Street is because Logic 11 already had Chord ID. It's just in a different place, and you just don't see it. So basically, instead of dragging your audio or your MIDI into the chord track, like I was telling you, you just drop it on any track, like just a MIDI track, audio track, uh, and then when you go in your session player, you know your switch that says follow the chords, and then you have a little drop down, and then you have an instrument. Turn off, follow chords, and then choose that track wherever you put the MIDI or the audio. If you choose an audio track, you're gonna see it. It'll say analyzing audio and analyzing transients is what it says, and it will follow the rhythm of your chords. Your session player is supposed to play in the project key anyway. You dig what I'm saying? So it's going to follow the key signature of that. If you use MIDI, which I like using even better, it's really dope. It's going to follow those chords, and it will follow the syncopation and the rhythm of those chords. This is in 11.2. You dig what I'm saying? So they're trying to market this Chord ID as a big reason. Go ahead, buy this software, buy our Creator Studio, do this. We got Chord ID. We got Chord ID. Guess what? They already had it. Literally, the tech was already there. Like, it was part of the system already. I use it daily. And then, like, so is this a reason to go buy a new computer if you're on Intel, or to go spend some more money, or just jack up your whole system on silicone? Like, bro, like, my computer worked just fine before I went to 12. Now the Chord ID is jacking everything up. How are you going backwards? That's what we're talking about here. Let's go to the next thing. Okay, Logic 12 not allowing export. Updated my M1 2020 to 26.2. Automatically put you on Logic 12. Old projects are opening and pretty much unchanged, but my issues, I can't export stems. No matter what I do, go to file, then the export option is grayed out and not clickable. Anyone have this issue and or know what to do? Yeah, you should have export regions as audio files option. That's on 11. There's no reason. I don't know what his exact problem is, but because I can't see his computer screen, but like I said, more than one person has complained about these issues right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's disheartening again. Let's moving on. Sidechain issue. We're just going through issues. Okay, dragged into 2-track, blah blah blah. It seems like he split the stems. It seems like they put him in a track stack, and he flattened the tracks, and still same problem. He can't get his sidechain issue working, which there was no issue in 11.2. So this is what we're saying. And I've seen a few posts about sidechaining problems, and it seems, what I'm getting at is it's seeming like a lot of things that were working just fine in 11.2 are just not working in 12, and it's just causing problems. So I'm not happy about that. Now, this is another guy. These two go together. Tried editing in flex pitch. When I press on anything, it says no reading selected. I started happening when I updated to Logic Pro 12. Look, other guys, this happened to me too. I submitted the bug to Logic. Hope they fix it. One of the workarounds. Okay, so we got a workaround. Zoom in on the track, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. You can check it out on Reddit if you having that issue and trying to fix it. But blah, blah, blah. Okay, thank you. It's annoying, but a great workaround for the time being. Debating whether or not to spend money on Melodyne. I would not spend money on Melodyne because it doesn't have ARA support. Like, yo, and Melodyne runs like crap. I'm trying not to curse. This is YouTube, but it runs like crap in Logic. I would actually go into Studio One if I would have to use Melodyne because it's native ARA support and it works just fine. Moving right along. Okay, this is the library thing. Okay, but first of all, we're saying this stability on their release. That is not what we're seeing here. 12.0 update. Library bundle taking up 88 gigs. Basically, they say it's supposed to duplicate whatever you have, and it's not supposed um, to give you a whole nother 88 gig file and clog up all your stuff. But something's wrong where it's just killing everybody's storage space. I'm not saying everybody, but a lot of people. And I mean, this is one of the most talked about issues. It's like, what is the deal? And then another thing about where all your stuff went. So my guys got a whole thing on mess with ChatGPT trying to fix it, and you can once again check it out on Reddit. But that is an issue. People are just getting bogged down with internal storage. No matter which way they try to turn, it's like forcing it on them. In your piano roll, you can scale lock the piano roll, so you can only paste notes in that scale, this, that, and the other, right? So the thing is, this is another thing that makes you think this is a schism, like, because, or not particularly a scam, but it's something that was already in 11.2 and other ones. Instead of using the piano roll, what you're going to use is the step sequencer. Whatever your project is set at for your key and scale, you can go in a software instrument, not on a drum track, on a, let's say, a piano or organ or whatever. You go in there and you open the step sequencer and set. Everything you're going to see is going to be in the scale of your project. You can make chord progressions, you can make melodies, everything in the step sequencer right there. Change the note lengths, this, that, and the other. You want to get it into MIDI, convert the region into a MIDI file. Right click, convert to a MIDI file. It's literally that simple. So here's the question. What we're trying to figure out is, with all the bugs and that are current, would a person that's humming along fine on 11 need to go to 12 at this point? And for F's sake, if you're on an Intel Max, should you buy a new computer and then like upgrade and go through all the stuff with 12 at this point? Leave the info in the comments, man. And I actually have, I'm recording it tonight. I will have a video really going into why the Chord ID in entirety may be garbage water. So, matter of fact, check the link in the bottom. Give the video a like.